around the league for you at...
So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 11. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The numbers in last week's game for Graham. 3 catches, 67 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
Wide receiver Devontae Adams has become a fantasy player's dream. The last 3 years, he's been in the top 10 in touchdowns each and every year. And what a 2018. His first season over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns scored, and the 2nd most catches in Green Bay Packers history in a season with 111.
A gain there of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Shut down! Shut down!
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Caught on the right side by Jones. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
16 yards, a 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 17, Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there making the play.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there making the play.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Stand on it! 319! Right there, 56. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming, baby! Woo! 319.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw is Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively, if they want to insist on going in that direction, make sure you get...
Touchdown, Packers! From 3 yards out, and the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Stand on it! 258! It's been a long day for you.
Rodgers now on first down. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On second and 9, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Rodgers on target here to Allison. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And again, it's Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 16. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Rodgers will try again on second down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles from chilly Philadelphia. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference. No, I'm not mad. On first down, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. 15 yards on the play, first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
319. Check 56. No. All day. 319.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 40.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it with Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
56. Right there. 56.
They'll go again to Jones. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, Geronimo Allison, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers again now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Now Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
I'm coming after you. Mike 56.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get... Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to...
319. You better bring it. You better bring it.
Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Aaron Rodgers so cool in these situations, but he's got to get his guys moving.
Yeah, they have to be able to have that urgency while still keeping their cool.
Open man is Allison, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 44-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
319. 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Looking middle, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Rodgers now on first down. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get 1st downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Rodgers now throwing on 1st down. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Green Bay, they move back over 500 at